When you're preparing your AutoCAD drawings to come into a Revit environment, in order for you to use those to create topography in Revit, there are two major things to know about. The first thing is what's showing up on this web page here. What this is talking about is the Revit 20-mile origin limit. This is a vitally important thing, that it should be less than 20 miles across. Otherwise, there's a very good chance you're going to get warning messages, stability issues, those sorts of things inside of the Revit environment. The other thing that I want to mention is that the site should be cleaned up as much as possible. It should look just about like this. Now, technically, there are two different kinds of sites that you can bring in the Revit. One is going to be based off of topographic points, and those will just look like little dots all over the screen. And the other way is going to be based off of contours. I'm a very big fan of using contours in Revit. I don't like using the individual points. Now, that's good for certain processes, but not for bringing in Revit sites. And the reason is that if you do, and then you convert all those points into a Revit site, you're going to have all those points showing up in the Revit site, and you'll need to clean all those points up. Usually it gives you some very bizarre looking contours, and it really increases the time it takes to clean up a Revit project. When you have contours, on the other hand, it's usually a lot smoother and a lot easier to bring that information in. The kind of things that you want to clean up out of these drawings that might have contours would include trees, really any kind of object that in any way would be different from the site that you want to create. So if it has extra layers, pieces of text, all that stuff should be removed from the AutoCAD drawing so it looks just about like the drawing that you see here on the screen before you bring it in the Revit. So remember, there's two major things you need to do before bringing your drawings into the Revit environment. One is make sure that it's cleaned up, so only those contours, or if you have to use points, only those points are being brought into Revit. And the other thing, which is probably much more important because of stability issues, is make sure that that AutoCAD project is not more than 20 miles across. Because if it is, there's a very good chance you're going to have some fairly severe stability issues in the Revit environment.